Hello, welcome to my video. My name's Kevin and I'm really excited to share the latest project I've been working on. It turned out great. This case is just truly phenomenal. It's it's so sweet, guys. It's so awesome. This isn't taking the plastic case and just gluing on something cool, or no offense to Microsoft, but when you did the Xbox case, or when you did the Halo themed Xbox case, I mean seriously, you put some lines on the front. That is so lame. Come on, guys. This is Master Chief. It's Master Chief. Come on, man. So there's been a lot of challenges to get this done. Pretty much nearly every step along the way I ran into some difficulties, from complications with machining, getting this deep, laser cutter issues, taking the thing apart. Who would have guessed that this bottom disc on the case was the most difficult part of taking apart the Xbox Series X? But we've achieved it. It's awesome. Check out the rest of the video. Please watch till the end. I'm going to go through the entire process I did to create this. And to see other awesome projects like this, please hit subscribe. I have some other cool ones coming up, like the 2DS, but with 3DS innards, custom aluminum case, doing a cool project with Pokemon Silver. That'll be fun. So subscribe and remember to like this video and let me know what you think of this cool case in the comments below. There was a lot of challenges to overcome to get nearly 45 pounds of aluminum all machined out for the most part. This is now a tenth of its original weight when it was a solid piece of aluminum. It's just a hair over 4 pounds now. And my CNC mill, it's not it's not really meant to be hogging at deep depths. From the inside here, from inside all the way to this inside face, is roughly 5.875, 5 7/8. It's nearly all the way through, and this is surprisingly sturdy. I was worried that the wall size was going to be too small and this is going to be all flexible. The walls are about an 1/8 inch thick. So during the design process, I wanted to actually match this curve process the best I could. And as you can see here, I got pretty close. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not quite sure how they drew this perfectly curved feature. I need to play with my surfacing a little more. I achieved a very close, very similar effect by doing a draft from a circle to a square. The top has 144 holes, 3/8 drill bit, and I machined out every hole. We did the holes first, and then we went into the 3D milling. And for the 3D milling, we used a 1/2 inch ball end mill. And 3D milling is cool because the tool path actually goes down and then comes up all in one pass. There was a rough pass that I did with a 1/2 inch end mill on the top to get the profile close, so the ball end mill wasn't having to machine quite as much. So now that we're done with the top, it was time to go to the bottom. And the bottom of the Xbox Series X has this round disc that it rests on, And well, I don't like that round disc, I'll be honest. It seems like an afterthought. I'm not sure what the point of it was, other than to get a little distance for air. So I chose to, rather than have a big disc down there, I made cool circular feet that are just on there, and that extra space in here, I added additional holes. Some of those holes do get blocked up by the motherboard and heatsink and all the big chunk that is the Xbox Series X inside. There was still some additional holes for better airflow, hopefully. So we machined down the bottom to size along with our standoffs, and then we did the drill and some slight counterboring for the different holes the main components inside attached to. And then we did a little chamfer and we are done with the bottom. Okay, so onto the front. Now I had actually had Master Chief engraved on the front before we did any other machining besides some facing on the sides. We did the slot for our Blu-ray drive and the holes for our buttons and USB. It's pretty straightforward. This was for sure the fastest of any side. It was about 16 hours of machine time just for this inside pocket. And to achieve this depth was definitely pushing our machine a little bit beyond its capabilities. To get down inside of here and machine all of this, we started with a 3/4 end mill, a shorter one, carbide, and machined down as far as we could go. We could go down about 3 inches. And then from there, we switched to a bigger 3/4 inch and machined as down as far as we could. And then we actually had the entire tool holding go down inside of here. It was offset about 3/4 inch from each wall, and it was actually down in here machining all the way down to depth. And then we switched to this long, I think it was 7 inches overall, 1/2 inch carbide end mill, and cleaned up our walls on the inside here to get it to its final depth. Just this machining inside here was days of work. It was hours and hours, and at one point our 1/2 inch end mill actually chipped a tooth, and it's only a two flute end mill, and we only had one. We had to get this done, so we cut the speed in half, and it was taking 25 thousandths cuts. It was hours just to machine 1.5 inches roughly to get to the bottom. But it turned out great.
Here's where the chip tub is. I estimated it to be to about here. We've still got quite a few chips all around. Not quite to the bottom yet either. About 1/4 inch more to go. So I think we are gonna go to about that line right there. That's what I estimated. Kevin estimated to about here. But he's gonna lose. I'm gonna win this one.
time to go on to laser cutting. And I have a K40, slightly modified, not finished modifying yet, but this is pushing the length limit on my K40. Like, this is about as long as I can cut, and with this amount of holes along one area, there was constant warping going on. I tried, you know, pausing the cutting every once in a while and putting a fan on the material to get it to cool, but I don't know if that did anything. In fact, this was the first iteration, nice and simple, pretty cool. And I actually had this on there and ran the Xbox for a while, played some Halo 2, of course. And I found that the case was getting really hot, like really hot. And I realized that I didn't have this little slot up here in the fan. You know, I don't know why I overlooked that. I guess I'm just not used to a fan having a little of its own vent hole. But as you can see, it's on the stock panel. I just overlooked it. I don't know. I guess I kind of thought it was just for helping take the back off, not an actual function, but no, it has a purpose. So I added that slot. And along with playing, I noticed that this entire the entire aluminum casing that surrounds the main motherboard and that connects to the heatsink was getting really hot, and which I guess is expected to a certain degree, but it felt really hot. So I added these additional little kind of vent holes to maybe help keep that cooler. I also did this cool custom slot and hole pattern. You'll notice on the stock back, they kind of have these pseudo holes up here. I just extended mine the whole way. So hopefully now with having this vent, some additional holes, and the additional holes along the bottom, I think it's gonna cool just fine now. So now that everything is together and we have that awesome upgraded back panel, I mean, isn't it just... It's so, it's turned out phenomenal. Like, it always, when I design it, they look cool and I'm like, man, this is gonna be cool. But seeing it in person is always just so much cooler than you anticipate. And especially this green panel, I love how the back turned out so much. It turned out so great. Modified just pops. It's just phenomenal. You know, that's my metric, phenomenal. It gets a phenomenal rating. Oh, this is so cool. I'm so excited to have it on my shelf with my other stuff. And I've got quite a few other consoles to maybe do some cool stuff with. But you know, now that it's all together, let's play some games, see how the new cooling does. I think it's gonna go great. Already smoking after that little bit? I know I haven't been playing that long, but it's not warm at all. It feels good. It's super quiet too. It's so quiet. It's awesome. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit subscribe. Seriously, subscribe. I have about 15 different projects already in various design stages, nearly all ready to go. And subscribing will help me achieve those awesome projects. They're all kind of next level CNC machined, custom circuit board projects. Don't miss it. Subscribe. Also like this video, share this video. Also let me know in the comments below on some future projects you think I should make.